Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you some of my favorite tips to go shopping with kids. So if you don't know, I have 3 kids, 3 and under, and it gets pretty annoying to have to take them all with me and shop. So before I give you the tips, I do want to say that I normally will shop at night without them and leave them with my husband or my parents or something, but that's not always the case. They do have to come with me sometimes. So the tips I'm gonna give you are what I do when I do have to take them. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna say is always make sure you have snacks with you. So before I leave the house, I always pack little goodie bags of snacks or some kind of treats that they like. They really like veggie sticks. They like popcorn. If they were really good, I might bring like a Manuka honey sucker. It's basically literally made from honey and then some fruit juice, so they're really clean. They're still sugar, but at least they're clean. My kids love dates, they like nuts. So whatever your kid likes, just pack in little bags and bring them. And don't bring one bag for all of your kids to share. They each need their own or they will fight, and then that will just make your shopping trip that much worse. So yeah, that's the first thing, is always make sure you have snacks on hand. If you're going to the store and you have no snacks in the house, number 1, stop at a drive-thru on the way and get something. Or number 2, kind of takes me into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is go into the snack aisle in your store. I like the organic section of my store. They have a lot of really clean, healthy snacks for kids. So pick your favorite aisle, go in that aisle first and get something in a box that you can take like a granola bar, something out, but still pay for it, you know, because you have the box, if that makes sense. So I will go get like a box of crackers or granola bars if I don't have any snacks on hand. Give them to my kids in the store, and then just make sure when I check out, I tell her like, I gave them to my kids in the store, but here's the box, you can still pay for it. So that's kind of my second tip, is right away go to the snack aisle first. That's where you start. And then my third tip is to bring either books or some kind of toys that they like. So what we do is in the car, I have like a little bag. Sorry, that's my phone. I have a little bag and it has some of like their little, like a little magnetic drawing board, has some books, things like that. And those only get they only get to play with those toys if we're going to the store. So that way it's not something that they play with every day and they're bored of it. It's something that they actually are excited to use because they only get it when they go shopping. So it kind of takes their attention while you're shopping and keeps them busy. Also, my next tip, most grocery stores, at least the ones where I live, have little baskets of fruit that are for kids. So if you don't want to go buy crackers or something, or if your kids ate everything and you're like, I need to give them something else, I'm not done shopping, go to the basket of fruit. Your store usually will have one, and it'll say like free fruit for kids. You can give your kids a banana or an apple or an orange or something just to keep them busy. Food always keeps my kids happy and super busy. So as long as their mouths are moving, as long as they're chewing, they're pretty happy. So I would definitely look in your store or ask if they have something like that. And then my last tip is to make a list. So a lot of times if you go to the store and you don't have a list, you won't really like be efficient when you shop, because you're gonna be like stopping and be like, what else do I need? And the longer you take, the more grumpy and antsy the kids are gonna be. So what I do is I always make sure before I go to the store, I have a list and I have it in order of the aisle that I'm starting in. So I will usually bring snacks with me. So then I will start, say, in like the produce aisles. So I will put in order like all the produce that I need, and then all this like milk and stuff that I need, and then the snacks, and then frozen stuff. So that way I kind of go in order, or meat or whatever, and I go in order of the aisles that I'm gonna go in, so I can just check things off my list and go as fast as I can. If I don't have a list, I find I'm just kind of sitting in the store like, well, what else did I need? And kind of going through aisles, wasting time, you know. And then there is one more thing I do want to add. If you have to take your kids with you, then maybe don't get everything on your shopping list. Maybe get what like you absolutely need, and save the rest of the stuff on your list for when somebody can watch your kids. Unless you're like a person who doesn't have babysitters nearby, or you're a single parent or something and your kids are always with you, then obviously just you have to work through it and just get everything on your list. And what I like to do is once like we're like in the store, if my kids are starting to get antsy and frustrated and they want to leave, I always say that like if they're really good, then I can reward them with something. I say, if you give me like 10 more minutes and sit tight, then maybe we can go to there's like an indoor playground near our house. I'll say maybe we can go there, or maybe when we get home we can, you know, do something like something that they like. My kids like painting with me, so I'll say we can go home and paint a picture, or play a game, watch a movie, whatever. Just kind of give them something that they can get excited about, so that maybe if they're old enough to reason, that maybe they'll be like, okay, I'll sit, because it's, you know, the rewards are worth it. I always find that my kids, when they're always really good, they're angels in the store. I'm very blessed. I found that they're very good, but then as soon as we get to the checkout aisle where all the candy is, that's where things just go upside down, because then they're like, arms are out of the buggy trying to grab all like the chocolate bars and gum and everything off the shelves, and I get super overwhelmed. So what I do is I will go wait when I'm in line. I will stand back in line, away from the candy so they don't even see it. Once the aisle clears and it's like my turn to go, I kind of stand in front of the buggy and I will load everything onto, even if I have to walk back and forth, I will load everything onto like the conveyor belt. Then I push the buggy from like way back, you know, away from the cash, all the way through the candy section, right to like the end, so they're out of the candy section. And that way they don't even see it, they can't reach it. It's a little bit more of a wait for the cashier, but I'm gonna be like, listen, if I bring my kids near your candy, it's gonna be like crazy. So they understand, and they're really understanding usually. So that was just like, that's just a tip of what I do. I don't even enter the candy section. I wait. Once all the people are gone and it's my turn, I'll just start loading things up and then zoop right through, and then they're on the other side, and then I'll just like pay and whatever. So those are my tips. I hope they help. It always sucks having to shop with kids, but like I said, if you have to do it, that's what I do. And the same kind of applies for if you're going like clothing shopping or like any shopping in general. Just number one, bring snacks. Number two, bring something that they like to like draw on, or like an iPad, something, depending on the age of your kid. Just bring something that they enjoy playing with to keep them busy, and then, you know, reward them if they did a really good job in the store. Avoid candy sections because it tends to get kids really excited. Yeah, those are kind of my tips. I know they're pretty basic, but it's just what I do. And again, make a shopping list. That really helps me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.